Look, your wife thinks you're lazy and you're just not on top of your game. If you want to change your mind, it's going to start with you. Yo, it's Boswell back with another video for the husband code. And I think this is a good one we really have to get into. So, first things first, stop waiting for her to ask you to do things. Whether like it's cleaning the house, planning a date night, fixing something, and just taking charge. I'm totally about personal development and leadership. That's my core pillars of my channel. You go to my homepage, you'll see it: leadership, personal development, and marriage. And you being lazy isn't helping none of that. But the question is, you have to ask, why are you being lazy? Why are you not taking initiative? Why are you not planning date nights? Why are you not taking charge in a relationship? Listen, you have to be consistently stepping up and show her that you're serious about, changing your situation. So listen, you have to keep your promises. Broken promises gonna make you look unreliable and just look like you uncommitted. You have to start small with commitments, and that's gonna compound effect like a domino effect. One thing after another leads to follow through, and just keep stacking, keep stacking, keep stacking. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna get away from the situation where it's just words, right? And then you see that action is gonna speak louder than those words, because now you're keeping your promises to yourself and her, and you start to look reliable. But to even get to this point, again, we're gonna go talk about another pillar, which is personal development or self-improvement. If you're not working on yourself, you're gonna be stagnant, and she's gonna see you as stagnant. So again, I've always been promoting, start with small goals, hit the gym, build yourself up, look at your health, make sure you're doing things to push yourself in your career path or build that business. This is the only way you're going to make progress if you're doing self-improvement and personal growth. And once you do that, you'll stop being lazy. It's just what it is, because when you're committed to your own personal development, own personal success, own personal self-improvement, there's no room to be lazy, because there's a plan in effect, right? There's self-respect for yourself. And also you'll start to see that other people start to respect you once you're consistent, once you're a man of your word, once you do the things that you promise. And this is when the trust comes in, right? This is when the reliability comes in. This is when the different viewpoint, the different lens from your wife towards you is going to change. But to even get there, you got to start with respecting yourself and committing to yourself and committing to your daily success. And like I said, it's the small changes every day and the small wins every day and the small commitments with the plan is what's going to help turn things around. So with all that being encompassed, when she's looking at you as if you're lazy, like I said, that's you breaking commitments, but it's also, not being asked to do things, right? Handling responsibilities without being asked. So that's like, I would hope a part of that is when it comes to like managing your household, like bills and helping with the kids, handling certain errands, just being productive, right? Being proactive about things. And listen, at a part of my journey, I wasn't on point either. I would make excuses. I would procrastinate. It'd be like, hey, car feel like it's been running a little shaky. Can't check the oil. Oh yeah, I get to it. Here she is getting ready to go out the door to work. It's like, hey, did you check my oil? I'm like, oh, I forgot about it. Well, forget it. I'll do it. Right? These are the things I went through because I wasn't on point, right? Earlier in my marriage. And it was just because I needed to level back up. I needed to self-improve, right? And I know a lot of men out there, we see it across the internet. We hear it, right? And we see it with personal people we know. It's like, man, you can just tell, like, obviously you may not know everything they pillow talking about, right? Inside the household. But you can see the dynamic. You can see when you're around them how they move around each other, right? Other people. And you're like, this is probably why. And it, again, for me personally, I always push the earnest and push the responsibility on the man. Bro, we have to lead. If you're lazy, the household is lazy. If you're lazy, stuff is not getting done. If you're lazy, y'all are not winning as a family. And once I stopped being lazy, once I stopped breaking promises to myself, I started to level up. And again, it all started for me taking responsibility and taking accountability in my life, which got me away from being lazy, which is the point of the video, right? So now, excuse me, once you get on the path to self-improvement, personal development, communicate that, right? You know what's going on. You know what you're attempting to do, but you have to communicate your efforts. You have to say, look, I know I ain't been on point. I know I haven't been really following through with my promises, my commitments, and my efforts. But once you know you've committed, circle back around. Hey, this is where I am. I'm gonna change. It stops today. The BS. We moving forward, right? But don't expect things to change overnight with the mentality or viewpoint towards you being lazy. Just put the work in, right? Do what you say you're gonna do and do it consistently. If you say you're gonna go to the gym, go to the gym. Okay, I'm gonna start going 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever it is. I'm going every day, whatever it is, right? Hey, I'm gonna start when I see the trash can full. I'm gonna wait. She ain't gotta ask me. Oh, okay. I need to start going every Monday to check her gas before I go to work to see if I can get her gas, or where she ain't got to go out in the cold to get gas, right? The things being proactive, and if you know that on Saturday she washed clothes, wash your clothes in the basket, off to the side for her, just prepping it, right? Different things like that. The proactiveness, right? All this stuff needs to be communicated. Hey, all this is gonna change. All right. So once you communicate that, then you give yourself an opportunity. Now you can't be just saying it and you ain't gonna do it. Right? Again, this is when you get to the point of where you committed, you made the promise to yourself, and like, hey, I have to show up because my marriage on the line. But again, don't assume that as you go through this process and you communicate your efforts that she's going to notice everything. Again, show your goals, show your progress with her, and just reassure that you committed to improving yourself for not only you, but for both of y'all and the family. And so once all this together is in the process, at that point, she'll start to see you differently, start to see that, hey, maybe he's not lazy. Maybe my husband's not lazy. He just wasn't committed to himself. He just wasn't putting in the work. He wasn't consistent, right? But now I can see he's committed to himself. Now I can see him being consistent. Now I can see his efforts. Now I know how to ask him to do things. Now he's been a man. He's taking responsibility. He's leading, right? He's handling responsibilities. And that's what it's about. Again, start taking accountability. Start being responsible. And you'll stop being lazy. That's just what it is. You'll start tightening up. You start being the man and the leader you really want to be. So, again, last point on that, if you want your wife, you want your lady to stop looking at you like you're lazy, it's because you probably are. But if you want to change that, you have to make the commitment and the decision to change it. And that start with accountability. So, hey, drop a comment below. Tell me if you got any value from this video. Also, if you've been watching for a while, subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe to The Husband Code. Hit a like on the video. And hit the notification bell. Because, again, I'm dropping videos like this every day. And until next time, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.